number 2, and I'm Ville Olberg, and there's Vivi, Juha, and Ismo, and we have our AAL solution here, and his little presentation about it. So, it's a quick content and about the background. The fact that already has told for us a few times what Vice Principal Vetanila told us, like the aging thing in Europe, and what Dr. Soini told us that the self-care system should be better, and it's cheaper to heal people in that level and not in a hospital level. So that's been our main things when we have came to our idea. And well, let's see. I have one story about how we came to this. I have one friend who accidentally died a while ago. So I was thinking about why she died. So I found out that actually the illness wasn't the reason why she died. She actually died because she realized that she could ask everything from her daughter and her granddaughters. So that's when we realized that we have to get these old people and people who are getting more passive all the time get more active. So how can we do that? How can we get people active and actually live their lives? So yeah, so old dog doesn't find the new tricks really quickly, so it's good to keep those old ladies and old gentlemen in their homes and live their life like real time. Yeah. So let's keep on going.
So here is shortly our target groups. We also took one of our target groups, the people who are in some kind of rehabilitation. For example, people in mental health rehabilitation, because when they move back to their home environment, they really need some kind of system to support them in their own home environment. They don't have any more than nurses or the social servers who help them with these things. So our solution would help them to keep up with their daily tasks. And like Ville also said, the people with dementia. These people sometimes can forget some really basic routines they have to do at home, like eating or showering or something like this. So we want them to activate them to do these tasks, and our solution also aims to help them to keep up with these. It's also basically to anyone who needs some kind of motivation or encouragement for the in their home environment. Yeah, and help them to remember their daily routines. And our solution can be like, or we hope that it could be modified to individual needs. So, like if the grandma needs some kind of really basic stuff like the eating or showering, and someone who is in the, maybe younger person who is in the rehabilitation needs some kind of other things which motivates them to do the basic stuff.
Okay, let's move on. Here's the product description. Like Vivi and Ville already pointed out the main idea here. So make user more active and remind him or her about the daily routines at home environment via smart device like a smartphone or tablet or something like that. So, what is it? This is the system which activates and helps user to control their daily living. And the daily living contains basic routines, for example, having a wash, eating, cleaning, and stuff like that. And we do that with technology, and it's based on physical event tracing with the sensors. And more about the technology will come later with Juha. And how it works. So we have the device, and the screen of the device is split for sections of actions. I show you the picture later. And tasks are shown as a green or red light signals on the screen of the device. And after hoped action, the section turns green, and if there's no action for a long time, then it's red light. So here it is. There you can see the icons with the titles like eating, shower, dishes, WC, cleaning, and outdoor activities. So we can customize this system and we can put there whatever we want. And we do that tracing with sensors, so if you are not eating, we can see that, and then the light will go on red. And here's the example. There's a guy who is completely lost, and he hasn't been on the toilet for a long time. And you can see here on the screen the WC section is red. And now he look at the device and it's like, oh my god. And that's how we can remember to go to the toilet and do the things like normally. And after that, all is good. And there's green light.
Are you going to sense that? Not only girls.
This is more like remembering illnesses and stuff. Might help somebody.
Yeah. And there's some other key features also. This application defines activity level of the user. So the activity level is defined separately for each section during the week, so we can check it afterwards. And determination of the activity level is based on regularity and activity of work out of the tasks. And all the results are saved for research activity in a longer period, so we can see the changes if there is any. And you can also share your results with social media, friends, relatives, if that will kind of cheer you up and stuff. Of course, we need to set some personal benchmark for each action, so we can see the normal routines and how long it takes for you to do everything. And here's the screen of the device when it's showing the activity level. So it's basic graphic like scale, and that's what is really simple and easy to understand. So, like here you can see the eating is on red, and dishes are on green, so they probably haven't eaten anything and this machine is empty.
And this element would be maybe more for the people in rehabilitation, because it would be maybe motivating them to keep the levels green. And yeah.
And it also, like green and yellow and red, they are so like a symbol from like traffic lights that everybody understands them. One lady from a rehabilitation center said for us that, well, that's could be actually really useful for rehabilitation patients. That it's so easy to understand for everyone.
Yeah, it's simply enough. It's not like scary. Oh, I cannot understand these things.
Yeah. And then,
Yes, I'm going to show you a little bit about the technical side of the project. So main areas. So we have a terminal device, such as smartphone, tablet or smart TV. Devices such as iPhone, Android and Windows Phone can be used, since the software can be ported to different devices. And the terminal device interacts with the base station, and as a connection we use WLAN or Bluetooth for maximum compatibility. And about the base station, it collects information from attached sensors and also acts as a communication interface between different devices and communication protocols. And sends processed information to these terminal devices. About the application program, it collects and displays processed data. It can give notifications and alarms based on that data. Then it calculates activity level by analyzing data gathered from sensors, and also saves information to memory. And about the sensors we are going to use in this example project, I want to notify that we can use many kind of sensors outside also from this example, and more sensors we have and more processing we have, we can make more better conclusions about what is happening in the house. So we're going to use in this example light switch state sensors, water flow sensors, state sensors, pressure sensors, magnetic door switches. And there's our information transmission protocols presented. So we use Zigbee, Bluetooth, and WLAN. So here's one example of sensors and placement. In the shower, the parameters we're going to examine are the state of light switch and flow of the water in the shower. On the toilet bowl, there will be a flow sensor that measures the flow of the toilet. And in the kitchen, the system gathers information from home appliances. As a sensing device, we use power line communication method. The state of each AC plug is sent to base station. And also, what came to our mind, we could use some kind of a pressure sensor, for example, on the dishwasher, to see if it's loaded or unloaded. And there's magnetic door switch also on the fridge door. In broom closet, there can be magnetic door switch installed on the door of the broom closet. And as a bonus, we have a pressure sensor installed on the face of the closet. On front door, our system uses magnetic door switch this information is combined with the information that we receive from the pressure sensing doormat. And in addition, since the system can be very much tailored to the customer's needs, one example of a relatively cost-effective solution for obtaining users' location can be pressure sensing carpets. And here's one example of data processing. So in the shower, if light switch is on and there is water flow, it's probable that the user is in the shower. And if light switch is off and there is water flow, it's a little bit weird situation. Or maybe the user has some kind of visual impairment.
Or daylight.
If light switch is on and there is not water flow, toilet is in use. If light switch is off and there's not water flow, toilet is not in use. And another example would be a front door. So if someone comes from outside, the magnetic door switch activates first. And if somebody gets outside of the apartment, the sensors activate reversely.
Finally, we looked into the market if there's some kind of similar systems as ours, and we didn't find any. There are many systems which are detecting the activity of the user, but it's usually this kind of physical condition, and so there's not systems which are really helping this kind of persons who needs this kind of really basic things. And because there are not so many solutions for the people in rehabilitation, so we think it's really good market placement for our solution. And because it can be modified for individual, it gives this wider area that we can make larger our target groups. And finally, we put some future and improvements. We aim to reasonably cost system for home use with minimal need of maintenance. And we have to think how we can benchmark the daily routine of each user individually, and how to decode the signals of the sensors to get right information and not like false information from the sensors. And also how we can compare the different data from each sensor and make some kind of that we can maybe think, okay, this can be the problem with this person or this kind of things. And also how to make the sensors invisible enough so it's not like really showing in the phone. Thank you. Any questions?